They can tell you it's better to do more thoughtful posts and maybe one or two. But as far as I'm concerned, the more likes and comments that I get on my posts, and at least if I get 3 out there, 3 personal to 3 it works, then I'm generating as many leads as I possibly can. And as long as it's not like super salesy and you feel, I mean, I post a lot. I don't know if you guys know, but I post a lot and I like it because it does generate my leads. So you do what you want, but for me, I feel like it works best if you are posting consistently and a lot. And little ideas, and we've talked about this a lot, but the whole like, you know, if it's a business opportunity post, you talk about little things that the business has done for you, whether it's paying for something that month. Like I just recently paid off my Invisalign. It's been 14 months. And I went and to pay the payment, and the girl's like, oh, this is your last payment. And I've always used my money from It Works. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So that was like a huge thing. Like I paid off that huge bill. And I, of course, posted about it. Or even just some groceries if you guys, or if a kid's sports or something where someone's going to be like, oh yeah, like I need that extra money. I want to do that. Or, you know, something where somebody stops and thinks like, gosh, I need to do that. I want some extra money to do that or whatever. Also, you can do little things. If it's not about what the business is paying for, you can say that it's given you a group of friends that you never really had, or a reason to start working out, or confidence, or your dreams, you know, where you actually want to start dreaming and like working towards goals that you didn't really have before. You know, you can kind of twist it however to make people feel like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I would really want that. Because we all want the same things, right? We want to be home with our kids. We want more money. I don't know if you want more time with your husband. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, so another huge thing that I've noticed that a lot of people are really in the beginning scared about, where I got over it real fast. But when I started this business, I had 400 friends, okay? At the moment, I have 3,800 friends, something crazy like that. So every single day, I'm adding friends to my network, meaning if you are just networking to the same people every single day, you are not going to create leads. You are not going to have people to talk to. So you have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are not adding people on social media, you're not going to grow your business. So adding new friends, and the way you find them is you go into groups of things that you're interested in. So you could go into, for instance, for me, being pregnant and having all these kids, I like, you know, like mom groups that are, some of them are more like intense, like they nag, and then some of them are more just like, oh, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? You know, and then some just they ask a bunch of questions, but really it's a lot of mom groups. But you could do, if you're into like colleges, you could do like college girls or whatever. You could do, if they're into cars, you could do fitness, health and fitness. There's a ton of health and fitness groups. You could do, what else? There's ones with like different places that you could take like your dogs, different dog parks and stuff. You're into like
sports moms. I feel like baseball moms has been big for me.
Oh, there you go. See, and I'm not even in that. And my son's been playing sports since he was 4. See? There's always new ones. Football, baseball, basketball, whatever your kid plays, sports moms, anything that you find interest in, so that you're genuinely like building those relationships with people, and it's not just like you're in there to spam people, because they will straight up, they will kick you out, block you. It happened to a girl recently. I was like, well, you can't go in there adding people like crazy. You have to like be genuine. So, and they will straight up make a post like, if you are in here to poach my people and sell your It Works shit, get out now, la la la. So just be careful. You just have to be like really genuine. All right. So we talked about posting on Facebook. We talked about getting in the groups so you can add your friends, growing your network. Consistency. People are always watching, waiting for you to fail. So if you're always consistent and know in your head quitting is off the table and you're never going to fail, then you're always going to feel good, because those people will come around and want to get on your happy train. Another thing, staying plugged in. So tonight, for instance, my girl Alyssa and Eve, I'm sorry, I can't really see. Is that Evely? Right? Okay, and so you're with, I'm sorry, I don't recall. Is Sky the girl with you, or is that your friend, Heaven? I can't really tell because your glasses are down. I can only see half your face. Oh, okay. Hi. Oh, sorry not to call you out. Welcome. But just staying tapped in is so important. You know, just being able to, little things like Rainbow posts every single day on the Dream Green team, and it's really good information, like step by step on how to, like, you know, proper ways to kind of reach out to people for BOGO, or just staying plugged into trainings is where it's at, because you're always going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. To this day, 14 months later, I'm still learning new things all the time. So one big one too, before I pass it over to Rainbow and she'll talk to you guys about how she booked 18 parties off of her vendor stuff, was the seasons of the business. So this is huge for me because it's been 14 months and I'm kind of like, okay, well, I've had my full year. Okay, like what's going on? But we're all going through it. So here's the deal. So like a tanning salon obviously is going to be like super busy, right? During summertime. Everybody's getting all tan for their vacations, or like the Toy Stories are super busy during December because of Christmas, right? But in their slow seasons, do you think they just shut down? No. So that's what the Rachel Newkirk, like you're talking about, Heaven. Our business has a season. So right now is the time that you want to, A, be using your products, posting about you using your products, what they're doing for you. And I have already taken my before in like a sports bra and like booty underwear. My before picture being 33 weeks pregnant. I'm not going to do a 39 weeks like Rachel did, but I already have my before picture and I'm ready to do my testimony so that I can start using the products, you know, baby's coming, la da la da. So right now is you want to build your testimony, use your products, familiarize yourself with the products. That's one I missed too. Familiarize yourself with your products, build your testimony, and start or continue to grind and plant those seeds, because come January, February, March, when I went diamond, April, May, like those are the times when shit gets crazy and people are signing left and right. So this is the time that you want to continue. As much as nobody's biting and as much as nobody's I don't know, replying to you, you just feel like you're hitting this wall and it's like, oh my gosh, I promise you, you're going to reap everything you're sowing right now. It'll all, what you reap, you will sow, or you know what I mean. So I promise you, it'll be worth it. So just continue to grind, continue to plant those seeds, because come that time, that's when shit exploded like crazy. And that's when I went diamond. So I'm going to let Rainbow talk to you about the last thing, the vendors. So this is something that I have not done enough of. I'm guilty of it. And I told her, because she's like, are you sure you want to come? Because I'm so big and pregnant. I said, girl, I need to get out there. Let's just do it. But these vendor events is where it's at, because leads like crazy. And then when she's done, I'll talk to you a little bit about my my lead box. I forgot that. But go ahead, Rainbow. Are you there? Maybe she's still painting, so I'll ask on her in a minute.
I am painting. Oh. No, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
My phone was frozen. I kept trying to get it off. Okay, yeah. So thank you so much for having me on tonight. I'm super excited that I get to share this awesomeness with you guys. So just like Trish was saying, this business has seasons, and there's two different things that you can do during the seasons. As one is you can just be like, oh, well, I guess that's just what happens, that we're closed for business. And, I guess there's no one that wants to buy product because it's winter time and no one wants to be skinny in the winter. Or number two is you can kind of start to get a little bit creative and think outside the box and take some initiative in your business and figure out like, okay, so if Facebook's not like really working for me and all the potentials that I've been talking to, it's like the same old story where I have the same thing, guys. I do, where you talk to 20 people and they're all ready to sign up and they promise they're going to sign up Friday, and then Friday comes and they're like, crickets. So you can't take that personal. That has nothing to do with you. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. But what I do is I'm like, okay, well, let's find the next thing where I can get in front of some people. Because for me, getting in front of people is like the fastest way that you can grow your business. Because as soon as people taste and smell and touch and see the product results right away, the faster that they're going to want some for themselves. So Facebook is great. It's a great way to market your business. However, getting in front of people and doing house parties is where it's at. So what I did is, you guys have probably seen me on Facebook. I've been working a ton of events. So I did like a bridal expo event. I did an event at ASU, which is just a local college here. And it's like different types of events that vendors, vendor events they have. So the one at ASU was like a spa vendor night where, all the students got to come in between 5 and 8 p.m. and they have like a little card that they get to check off for every vendor booth that they visited. Or the bridal one was like, recent brides that are going to be getting married in the next 12 months and they get to come and check out like, the cake lady. And then they have like the photographers, and then they have like the, decor lady with the tablecloths and the settings. So you guys can find events like this in your area. You just have to literally Google like, whatever event type you're looking for in your specific area. And I feel like the colleges are great because college girls are always like wanting to look good and be skinny. And so I had a lot of success with the college event. So what I did, I went there at 5. I set up my little booth. I had samples of greens, samples of protein, samples of energy drink. We were not allowed to sell at this event. Okay, so there was no sales done on the spot. It was basically just sharing the products with people, getting information, and if they were interested, we can contact them later. So what you do at events is you have like a lead box up, which we have lead sheets that you can actually print off on DT Nation under files, or you can buy them from leadbox.com, and the people will put their name, their email, their phone number. So every single person that comes up to the table, you just talk to them a little bit about the products, like, hey, how are you? So have you heard of It Works? Have you heard about the crazy wrap thing? And it's usually like 50-50. Like 50 people have, heard about it. 50 people haven't heard about it. But the people that have heard about it, a lot of the times they're like, yeah, I've heard about it, but I've never like tried it. Like I just know like this girl that I was friends with or whatever used to do it. So I'm like, okay, well, here's what it is. I give them a little bit of rundown on it. I have product catalogs there. I have Blitz cards. I have business cards. And then I'm like, here's a sample of our greens. Here's our protein. What kind of goals do you have? What health and wellness goals are you working on? We're doing free consultations for anybody today on their health and fitness goals. So then you're just like, easily starting conversation with people. And then before they leave the table, I'm like, oh yeah, and don't forget, we're doing an enter to win. So if you want to enter to win, it's for either a free spa party with you and up to 6 friends, or you can do like a free product with purchase, which is a free wrap or a week's supply of greens and chews. And so literally, you guys, like every single person loves to win, right? So they're like, oh my gosh, okay. So they fill out their card, fill out the card. So you're just like getting all of these leads. And then we leave the event. At the end of the event, within 24 hours, I message every single person that I got information on, and everybody's the winner. So you either can book a spa party for them and up to 6 friends, or they can do a free product with purchase. And that's because we obviously did an event for them. So with doing that, I got about 40 leads. I booked I got 4 loyal customers off of that event. And then I booked 18 parties, in-person parties, you guys, with them and 6 of their friends. So within the next 6 weeks, my weekends are like bam, bam, booked, weeknights, like just however many I can do. Because again, if I can get in front of people and if they can look at the products and taste the products and, see the results, it's just going to make your business explode. So even though the seasons, I get it, it's harvest season, everybody goes through it. Just be a little bit more creative with what you're doing. Get in front of more people. And I promise you guys, your business will not slow down. Your business only slows down if you slow down, because it's in your head that your business is going to slow down this time of year. So yeah, so that's my event spiel. So get on the internet, find local events, call a local college, call some bridal places, call your yoga studio, call your gym, go into a salon, wherever you get your hair done. Can we come set up and do a vendor event here? We're just going to pass out some samples. We don't do any sales on site. Like, there are so many different ways to build it.
I think that's a really, really awesome point to the booking of those. Is at first when she told me, what, you're not allowed to sell, I was like, oh my gosh, Rainbow, really? And then she told me, girl, I got all these leads and I got 4 customers and I'm booking all these parties. So this is the thing. People are going to be more excited for you to come in front of there and sample stuff just for the hype of like, oh, someone's in front of our stuff. And like you said, the hair salons, the nail salons, even doctor's offices, eye doctor, furniture stores, gyms, same with the lead boxes, but they are going to be more excited to let you go in front of their store if you say, oh, we're not selling anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. Because they don't want like high-pressured salespeople to be bothering their customers. I get it. So if you tell them we don't do any sales on site, it's just basically like information about our products and free samples, they're like 110% way more likely to let you do it than if you're like, yeah, we want to come like sell all your people this stuff.
Yeah, so that's huge. And in a lot of places you wouldn't think, just like the lead boxes, whoever, it's crazy because you never know who that owner of that place is. Whoever will let you, like, get in there and do it, because you'd be surprised what it will generate. I couldn't believe it when she told me the college girls, you wouldn't think that, but I guess, just anywhere you ask, you just don't know until you ask. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And then I guess the last thing, I just kind of ran through and checked off what I went over. If anybody has any questions, they can ask now. But one thing Tiffany Herr said that was really funny was, stop trying to learn everything, because I did this. And this is so, so, so bad, okay? So this got me crazy frustrated. It got me discouraged, but stop trying to learn everything about the business before you just get out there and take action. Because if you try to figure it all out like I did, I swear I was like banging my head against the wall for months over a Ruby chart. It was so ridiculous. If I would have just hit the ground running and just faked it till I made it and just kind of like excitement on fire, like they say, like, oh my gosh, this is my new business. This is what we have to offer. Do you want to support me? And just be excited. It doesn't matter, because you learn as you go. Trust me, you always will learn new little things about, your e-suite and your just different things, charting and placing and everything about the business. You will learn as you go. So don't wait till you know everything, even though it's good to master the products on the myproductcoach.com and pick like one a week that you're really like great about talking about. But other than that, don't try to learn everything. So does anybody have any questions about mid-month? I didn't really touch on like the ink or the volume boosting stuff, because we had talked about that when we had our last Zoom about signing loyal customers. It was like reaching out to your current loyals, asking them if they want to use their points and how much points they have, that sort of thing. Does anybody have any other questions? That, it's mid-month, so you definitely want to be like going through your back office, seeing if there's any declines, especially because Carrie has a party or a contest right now, giving away free money, free work shirts, I think, free product. So the more you fix your declines, the more chances you have to win those boxes. So anything from anyone? Welcome. I'm so sorry. You're Shaylee's girl, and I totally bombed that one. I'm so sorry. Welcome. Thank you for jumping on tonight. And Debbie, thanks. I see you jumped on. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to message me. Andrea?
I have a quick question.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I've been thinking about, like, you know, how am I going to get out in front of people? I'm in Denver. I don't know anybody here. Honestly, I'm, like, nervous to blitz, and I know that'd be a good place to start because I really want to try to get raps on people. But say I talk to, like, the place where I go get my nails done or my hair done, and this question could be for Rainbow too. What's your best advice on, like, okay, as long as I have these 5 items, like, I will be okay, like, standing at the nail salon talking to people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure it does. I would say you're going to need a product catalog. You're going to need like a table, obviously, black tablecloth, product catalog, some greens, some sample cups. You can have, like, all of your empty boxes. Like, I save all of my empty products. So I have, like, you know, Stretch Smart Cream, Defining Gel, greens, all of it is empty. So you don't need to go buy a bunch of stuff as long as you have it, or if you don't have it, ask your upline to send you some. Because we can pretty much send you every single product if you really want it that is just empty.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you want to have at least samples of, like, greens, I would say. That would be, like, the best thing to have, because that's usually the most popular at events that I've found is people love the greens. And just make sure that they're ice cold, so you're going to need, like, a cooler, and just get, like, 2 water bottles for, like, $2.
Uh-huh.
And the little cups that, like, kids use to, like, brush their teeth.
Right.
The little sample cuppies. And that's really all that you need, honestly.
Okay.
And what I would do too, I mean, the whole blitzing thing, like, I would just say to myself, I'd be like, straight up, I'm going to give every single person that I come into contact with this entire week, starting today, be quiet. I'm on this, be quiet. So, like, starting to tomorrow, it's the beginning of the week. Okay, so when you go get your gas, when you go get your groceries, when you go to, I mean, think about how many places. Do you go to a lot of places, like, in a day, or no?
No.
Okay.
Like, maybe the grocery store to get my nails done.
Close the door.
That's
Okay.
about it.
So, like, if you come in, like, for instance, for me, like, I go to my kids' school, which I've already given the teachers. I go to, like, tonight I'm at Main Event. The girl who served me tonight, I gave her a coupon. And all I said was, oh my gosh, Carl, you were just such a good server. I want to give you my coupon to my stay-at-home business. This is what I do from home. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you said, so it's just as many people as you can get into contact with. And then I feel like once you realize how simple and, like, I know blitzing isn't for everybody, but for me, I just say, hey, this is my coupon to my stay-at-home business. And then if they say, oh, what is it? Usually if they just say, oh, thank you, then I leave it at that. But if they say, oh, what is it? Then I'm like, well, let me add you on Facebook. I post about it every single day. And, like, okay. Like, I posted the lady that I bought my clothes from at Motherhood Maternity, and I tagged her in the post. She's like, oh, thanks, you know? So just start doing it really where it's really super, like, fast, like, or find a little, like, way that you say it. I say the same thing every single time, so that way I'm not, like, nervous, you know? If you say the same thing, then it's easier. And then have them in your purse all the time, so it's easier too. But and then that way, when you go to ask someone, hey, can I set up my stuff in front of your salon or in front of your place, then you're not so, like, you know, just think that.
So one thing to add to that, Trisha, is just you guys got to work on, like, your 30-second pitch. When people ask you when you meet them, like, oh, what do you do? Oh, well, I'm with It Works. Have you ever heard of it? No, what is that? Well, we're a global health and wellness company. We're in 19 different countries, and we have over 30 all-natural products for, like, body, skin, greens, lifestyle, weight loss supplements, and we have that crazy wrap thing. Have you ever heard of it or seen it on Facebook? Like, just have your little, like, 30, you know, to 15-second pitch down.
Is that your one? Because mine is just like, oh my God, it's a health and wellness company. I actually, we're known for the body wrap, but I fell in love with the skincare. We have so much stuff. That's all I do.
Yeah. It can just be like so simple.
But I say that every time. We're known for the body wrap, but I fell in love with skincare. We're known for the body wrap, but I fell in love with skincare. And it's like, honestly, I never change it. So find your little spiel, definitely. All right. Well, anyone else have any questions? And Andrea, I'll even hit up with you some of the places in your area. If you want, I can start calling with you. And we can start hitting them up and finding you some spots.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, well, thank you guys. Have a good night. I'm going to go do homework and kid stuff and put my kids to bed and go home.
Thanks, Trish.
All right, you're welcome. Good night.
Okay, bye.